lately.
I've just been dropping things left and right. I'm like, no, no, no.
But my point of saying that is that I should drop things more than you.
You should drop things more often. Like I said, I just think you guys are just reading Boruto, Tubu Vortex out of spite. I
Yeah,
think you
no,
just
okay, I did tell Kamui that at once. I was gonna send you that clip. I haven't clipped that out yet. I haven't got to that stream.
mhm.
Kamui said that was hilarious when I saw it. It's like, because yeah, we were in call and talking to Mr. Spiraling. It was off stream, and then you were telling Mr. Spiraling, yeah, I think they just want to like suffer, like they just want to torture themselves, like they just want to
Yeah.
be miserable. No, Mr. Spiraling, I'm not kidding. I genuinely think they want to suffer. It's like,
Yeah, he's
God.
like, no, you're kidding. I'm like, no, they really want to torture themselves. Okay, they're masochists.
It's like that's not how that works. No, it's not.
I think you enjoy the suffering a little bit. I'm serious.
We enjoy making fun of it.
I feel like that's enjoying the suffering.
We wouldn't
We're not
read it if it
suffering
was
when
just
we're
suffering.
laughing at it.
Yeah.
You know how people they like laugh at like bad situations because they have to in order to get through it, to
That's
get through
no,
the trauma.
no,
I
no,
feel like
no.
this is kind of the same thing.
That's like jokingly being begrudging about becoming a parent or whatever.
What?
It's like because it's like what you were saying that your mom's like, yeah, I don't advise having children. That doesn't mean it was only suffering or that she regrets it or that she wishes she could just have you never been born or something. She still prefers it. It's like a joke. She's saying the haha, it's hard, as if it's the bad part when the good part obviously overwhelms it, even if that's not what you're talking about.
You don't know my mother, okay?
Okay, I'm assuming
You can't use that as an example.
because she hasn't
You're giving her way too much credit.
She hasn't disowned you, so I'm assuming that she doesn't regret having you. I'm assuming that's the case.
The way she words is like, I love my children, but like if I were to go back in time, I would have not had children.
But I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like that's understandable. That's fair.
Which I'm just like, okay, that doesn't. But okay, that's fine.
I feel like that's not true, anyways. But
you don't know my mother.
I think she would tell her previous self not to have children if she's willing to go that far. But I think if she went back in time with the knowledge she currently has, then she would just do what she did again.
You know what? I will ask her that and get back to you. Like if you go back in time and tell your previous self and like give yourself some advice, would you? She'd probably like, no. I would tell myself not to have kids. Just leave it at that. I'm just saying that's probably what she would have said.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't know. I will ask her and see. I will give her an out. We will give Cindy an out.
Yeah, I see, even if she says it, I don't think she means it. Even if she says it seriously. Because it's like, oh, the joys of having a child. It's like the point is like you're trying to be annoyed, but like you want to be having this situation with you. You take the bad with the good, so you embrace.
You don't throw the baby out with the
want
bathwater, basically.
Yeah, because it's overwhelming joy. It's supposed to be the point.
Is it overwhelming joy to read Boruto, though?
Because Boruto is Naruto, and Naruto's our baby. So we're here for it through the ups and the downs, and the downs are still enough.
Is a demon's
Exactly.
It's
spawn.
all enough.
Like, Boruto is a delinquent problem child who's in juvie, like the juvenile 10 tails, but that doesn't mean we're going to stop loving it.
Exactly.
We're going to try to break it out of jail.
Yeah, okay, I'm sharing my screen, so Camcam, I will show you a graph. I don't know why that's in. Oh,
You're gonna break out the juvenile delinquent kid out of juvie? I think he needs to stay there and learn its lesson, okay?
Oh my god. Okay, I'm drawing a graph.
That's what I mean. I think you're taking on this responsibility of the juvenile delinquent child, and you're gonna regret it later. You'll be like, damn, all that time I wasted?
No, because it's not going to be a waste of time because we love it. We enjoy it, okay? So here's zero. Here's the zero on the timeline before we've started watching it. So let's just say Naruto, we start watching, it goes up. It's amazing. It peaks out at whatever point, and then Naruto sort of tapers off. But overall, this is like experience, so like joy, I guess you could say. So total happiness, utility, going to microeconomics, AP microeconomics. I took the course, so I would know.
So you still enjoy it, even if it's getting worse. You're acknowledging that it's getting worse. It's getting bad, even. But even at its lowest, which is 2 Blue Vortex right now, it's still above. So overall, it's still worth having gone on the experience. This is where we're currently at. Even though it's not only bottomed out, but we've seen the decline from its peak. Overall, it didn't go down here to where it's not worth it, to where it would have been a negative thing overall. It's still up here. Realistically, it's not going to be at all nearly that low. It's going to be like, probably like here. Bottomed out here. And overall,
I think you're giving it way too much credit. I think you're being generous.
I don't think so. Kamui, what do you think?
Honestly, I've just been debating Jonathan Oliver. I wasn't.
I think you're overstating what's happening there, Camcam. We're not miserable or suffering or anything. We're joking about that. We want to read it.
No. I think you're like the Catholic priest back in the day that would flog like their back. You know what I mean? That's the image I see.
Like, okay,
do we ever finish this Kirby AI story?
The AI. No. What you mean this?
Yeah, the messages. Yeah, we never finished.
Yeah, we'll get to it in a minute. Camcam, if me and Kamui had never met, we just didn't know each other, never started the podcast, never even started our own channels. Let's just say Kamui never started a Boruto channel, and I didn't either. Everything else stays the same. We would still be the hardest of core Naruto fans and greatly enjoyed part 1. We would still be reading Boruto because we're just going to read it to the day that we die. Okay, as long as it's still coming out, we're going to read it because we love the series at this point. It's not the sunk cost fallacy. It's we're invested in the story because we love it. It's our baby.
It doesn't matter how bad it gets. We won't stop reading it. If it's another sequel, it doesn't matter how bad it is. I'm gonna watch it or read it.
Exactly, because it's Naruto, and we love it.
And see, like, the way my family, because, like I say, I don't know if I've said this on stream. I probably have said it. Like, all my siblings, besides Felicia, and, well, besides, like, 2 of my siblings, Felicia and, like, my other sister. One of my other sisters.
Shout out your name, apparently.
Camcam's dogs their whole family tonight.
Okay, Felicia under the bus, but God forbid we talked about Janice or whatever her name is.
My man. And who else? Okay, but like all my cousins, my nephew, my nieces, like they all love anime. And so like all of them have like watched a little bit of Boruto. Like my nephew has probably watched. He's watched Boruto, but he's not picked up Boruto 2 Blue Vortex because he's like, Boruto was trash. Okay, I watched it because it was a dumpster fire, but like, I'm not picking up 2 Blue Vortex. I'm not putting myself through that. And like the rest of them are like, no, the series ended with Naruto. Like there is no Boruto. What do you mean? Because like I think it would kill their joy a little bit to like, I guess read Boruto maybe.
The beginning of Boruto is really good.
That's great. If they read Boruto, especially 2 Blue Vortex, when they rewatch Naruto, they're going to just cherish it. They're going to be in love. They're going to make out with the screen. There's so much. They're going to be so happy with how amazing Naruto was after they read 2 Blue Vortex.
Like, I don't care how bad it currently is because it's more Naruto, and Naruto is by default inherently good no matter what. Like, this is the one time where I think Kamui is going to see this as not a joke, but completely serious when I say this, is that Naruto isn't a story, which is how Camcam, your family, is looking at it. It is a life experience. It is meaningful to us, and it matters because of what it's done for our lives. And so we will cherish it forever.
Well, I mean, like, I feel like you know, like my nephew has core memories of Naruto. Like, you know, he's like, I remember watching like, because like we only had one DVD, and it was just season 1 of Naruto, and so like that's the DVD we watched all the time, like when it wasn't airing like on Cartoon Network, or like when it was on break. And so we just watched that over and over and over again, and like my cousin and I would read the subtitles to him. It's like he has like core memories around Naruto, right?
Mhm.
So like I would say it is a kind of a life experience for him, you know?
But did he care about that life experience?
I mean, we just talked about it the other day, you know, so like I'd say he cares about
I
that
mean,
life
just because it's a
experience,
life experience doesn't mean you care about it.
He was talking about it rather fondly.
Okay.
And he was like, I
Maybe he
think
would
this
like
is why I
Boruto.
like shonen so much is because of
okay,
y'all.
okay.
I'm like, I raised a shonen head.
But then he's not making a
Basically.
distinction there. He enjoys shonen. Shonen is the life experience, not Naruto. He's not separating it in its own separate thing.
No, it's because we were talking about isekai too, so that's why he brought up like.
There you go. That's the distinction. It's the genre. At that point, I feel like the life experience is less of the Naruto moments and more of the Naruto, the moments spent watching it with you. That's the core memory, I feel like.
That's the core memory.
Yeah. I think that would be the difference.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because at that point,
Probably.
it could have been anything on TV, and it would have given the same experience, essentially.
I mean, I don't know. We watched a lot of Disney. And like he doesn't talk about Disney. You know what I mean? The same way.
I think you get the idea at the very least. So.
We're a TV family, so we just watch a lot of TV in general, you know?
Especially growing
But he
up,
talks
yeah.
about Naruto more. Naruto and Bleach, okay?
I mean, I understand it's a sequel and it's a passing of the torch, but in all rights, it is a continuation of Naruto. So it is Naruto. It just is Naruto.
Yeah, but in their minds, like you know, Naruto, like it ended at a certain point, you know, like brain has blocked it off.
And there's several points where you can walk away from the series feeling satisfied. You could have done that at the end of Land of Waves. You could have done that at the Pain arc. You could have done that at the end of Shippuden, or at the end of Part 1. It tells a complete story. It wraps everything up, not in a neat bow, but everything's at least resolved to some degree. And you can walk away feeling satisfied, resolved. So it's about when you get off the bus, rather than the bus just separating or ending, or it being a different bus or whatever. So it's just him choosing an arbitrary point and saying that that's where it ended. There's no more. But there is more.
I mean, maybe, I don't know, but it's just because it just wasn't enjoyable anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Boris, Kamui and Oodie and Walter White voice, it's done when I say it's done.
Yeah. But for him, it became unenjoyable. For us, me and Kamui, it can't become unenjoyable no matter what it does. Ikimoto could post a monthly manga of purely white pages, blank pages, and we would eat it up.
We would still read it. We would check every single page.
I feel like that is an illness.
Reacting to that.
I feel like that is a sickness.
See, here's the thing. It's funny that Oodie ranks Two Blue Vortex as unwatchable on his anime list. Yet, despite that, we will watch it.
We will love it. The thing I'm most looking forward. I schedule, not my weeks, my months around the chapter drop. I take this seriously. It is my sport.
This is a sickness of the highest order. I cannot gaze upon it anymore. I cannot.
I feel like you just can't see it our way, Camcam. I feel like that's really all it is.
Guess not. God forbid. Boruto is the neighbor's cat who yells and bullies other cats when you decide to feed it, and now you have it in your house and stole it.
I mean, I think the child comparison is just the best comparison, because a parent, I'm just going to assume this is the case, a parent will always love their child no matter what. So even if the child does something unforgivable and ends up in prison and death row for life, whatever, or if you're just mad at the child at the time,
that is called unconditional love.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So we have unconditional love. That's not a sickness. That's just unconditional love. There you go.
Yeah, but unconditional love for a
life experience.
for a series.
A life experience.
This is a sickness. I don't know.
No, because it doesn't have to go that far of the death row thing. First of all, that's the hyperbolic extent of it. The point is that, like, even if your child is annoying you, or even if you're just mad at your child, you just had an argument with them and you haven't talked to them since, you still love them, even after that. Even when you're mad at them. You're mad at them and you love them. And I feel like that's understandable. So there you go.
Yeah, but you're still you're mad at the child, but you're still talking to the child like every month.
Yeah, I mean, that's what a parent should do. If anything, I think it works better if you reverse it, Camcam. So you love the child, but you're still mad at them. So there you go. That's Two Blue Vortex.
And you still engage with it, but you get mad every time you engage with the child.
We don't get no. We only get mad at the bad parts. We praise every chapter.
We get disappointed.
Exactly.
Is that disappointment raising your cortisol levels? That's my concern.
We're not mad at the child for getting Fs in 3 out of 4 of his core classes. We're just disappointed.
I mean, Camcam, you say raising the cortisol levels. When we get mad at Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, we're not actually getting genuinely upset at the series. I don't think I've ever been mad at Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. Because it's not that serious. It's an internet series.
I thought it was a life experience. It sounds pretty serious.
It is a life experience, yes. But I'm not going to get mad.
Well, I mean,
genuine, like,
I'll
upset.
say this.
No.
Oodie has dropped the F-bomb in chapter reactions.
No.
On stream.
But
That
that's
sounds
to show
pretty
the
mad.
extremity. Okay, there's levels to this. So it's peak extremity of the unserious scale. Oh god. Spaces, by the way, so like I feel like I've explained this pretty well.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. I'm sorry,
Like I just yeah, I have somebody was mentioned about dropping a series. I can't fathom dropping something, probably the trauma from watching anime TV shows out of order and losing my mind over it. Though the pain of dropping and picking up a series every chapter releases a pain. Yeah, I will. I'm just that kind of person where, like, I will drop novels in a series. Like, I will drop, like, there's, what is that? What is that series called? That I was just talking to Felicia about. Flowers in the Attic. It has, like, 4 in the series. I read 2 out of the 4. There's another series where I've read, like, 3 out of 8. And I'm like, I'm not reading anymore. I'm dropping the series. You know?
Well, I don't allow you to drop Platinum Men. I am still waiting for us to do
No. I'm good, bro.
What do you mean no? We've not talked about this. You've never once indicated that you're dropping. You can't just drop that out of nowhere. What do you mean? We're still gonna watch it. Same with Samurai 8.
We haven't even gotten into the parts that's supposed
Go
to
be
be
with God.
like, where it really
Go be
gets
with God.
crazy. Like we've watched the parts that are actually like kind of good.
Kind of good.
Kind of.
I mean, Metropolitan's pretty cool so
It was
far.
the best part of the series. The point. Okay,
So yeah, I don't.
Camcam, you're fine. You did not enjoy Coherence, okay? But you enjoyed spending that time with us. Okay, I think this is a good way, since you already just mentioned this, Boruto 2 Blue Vortex makes us lose our mind, okay? We lose our mind reading the series. But it's fun to lose your mind. It's the same reason that people go to, like, carnivals or whatever.
It's the same reason why people
go
do
on
drugs.
Roller coasters for the thrill, because they want to be scared. But when they walk away from that roller coaster, it was a genuinely happy experience. They're not down and out of it. Like even if they are, like, sick or whatever from like whatever sickness of, like, motion sickness or whatever, they still prefer having gone on the ride. It was still the point was the experience. It was the experience. They got to experience it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always kind of like the journey what is that saying called? It's like the journey, not the destination. Person.
Well, that's why you should watch Platinum End.
But I'm like, do I want that journey?
Yes, because it's Camcam. Okay, you know, like Oodie says about the sex reminiscing, it's about what's surrounding the thing. It's about the experience with your dear friend.
Exactly.
No.
Like,
In this case, it would be rude not to watch it with us.
like bad experiences are transformed into good experiences when it's with us. That's how that works. Like, that's
That is
why people want
Wow,
to
you guys are
watch bad
magic.
movies. People want to watch bad movies for this reason. You can
I
call
don't
it
want to watch bad
paradoxical.
movies.
This is why people go to haunted houses. It's the same thing.
I only watch anime if it has a decent rating. Except seasonal anime, because Sour and I do a seasonal anime review. So I watch like 4 or 5 seasonal anime at a time and then rate it. But like for older anime, I'm not watching bad anime. We're only watching like ones with decent reviews. I ain't got time to waste.
It's got great reviews.
Yeah, I feel like I really wouldn't go based on the reviews. Well, look what happened with Coherence.
Okay, but also I go for the worded reviews, and so I'm like, is this something based on like what this person has wrote out? Is this something that I would be interested in? Is this something that I like? Which Felicia and I kind of talked about. Felicia does the same thing, where like we both like want to dive into the movie and read about the movie and like read about the behind the scenes before we watch the movie.
See, okay, I think this is the most basic way I can break it down. You're not going to something, let's just, in this case for a series, you're not reading it or watching it for it, whether it's good or bad. You're doing it for the experience. And regardless if it's good or bad, you're getting the experience, which is what you're there for in the first place.
I'm there for the experience, and I want to watch something that's good.
Yeah, you want it to be good, so the experience is good, but even if it's a bad experience, you're there for the experience regardless if it's good or bad. You can at any point drop it because you can decide it's not worth having that experience in the first place, and this was a waste of time. You could choose your time doing something else for some other experience, but the point is that even if it's bad, you can watch it because you want to have the experience regardless of it being bad. Like, that's just dealing with adversity or whatever. That's getting through it for the sake of having the experience. Like the Attack on Titan movie. I didn't want to go to it, but I did it for the experience.
Yeah, I don't need the experience that bad.
Well, not with that specifically, but I'm just saying, like, in general, like, that's just an example. Like, I did.
Yeah, but in general, I don't need certain experiences that bad. You know what I mean? I don't need to watch. I don't need a bad movie.
You say certain experience. You do just live your life. Everyone lives their life getting experience, going out of their way to.
Yeah,
do
and
it.
if I can choose based like media.
Yeah, you
Since
can.
we're talking about media, we having a bad experience with media if I'm watching it by myself. We only having a good time, okay?
Yeah, yes, but to a certain extent, it's why people say that they do something, because they want to be able to say that they did it. They also don't want to have any regrets. Like, thinking back later in my life, I'm like, I didn't like Attack on Titan, but at least I went to the movie. That was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I actually got to have that memorable experience, even if I didn't enjoy it. At least I have that, and I'm glad I did it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that type of person. I weigh the pros and cons of things, and if there's more cons, I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Yes, but that's what I was saying earlier as well.
But like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna go, like, because like, what if I regret it later? I'm like, no, that's not a good enough reason for me to do something.
See, but I feel like you're saying what I was just saying earlier without considering what I'm saying now. It's all in the same category.
Is it?
Yeah. Because if Attack on Titan was so bad that it just wasn't worth me going, then I wouldn't care about having that experience.
I mean, you have said it's terrible.
Yeah. But I went to say that I did it. But I'm not going to romance movie number 42 down the block to say I did it. Like, there's things that I'm not doing because I don't care to say that I did it. But something that even if I didn't want to do it, if I want to say that I did it or remember doing it, then I'll do it because the experience was worth it, even if the media itself wasn't.
Yeah, the media's gonna be worth it for me. I don't know. The media's gonna be like
But
I enjoy
the media
Like,
is the experience. Part of it, at least.
Yeah, but like
because you can't watch the movie without experiencing it. So that there's already immediately that as like the middleman toward that no matter what, there's no way around it. You have to get the experience.
Yeah, but like I want to leave halfway through. Like I feel like if I'm gonna pay like a ticket price, I gotta experience the whole thing because like hello, I don't want to waste money.
For the most part,
but like,
yeah.
Yeah, but if it's like a movie I'm gonna watch at home, like I'm just gonna drop it. Like I don't need the experience of it.
Well, yeah, that's just convenience. But that's also saying that you get to live a life to where you can afford to pick and choose in a way. Like I don't want to say like luxury or like Nepo baby status or whatever, but like first world privilege at the very least.
I mean, it is first world privilege to like use the internet to stream movies, right?
Yeah,
it's that like, what we're talking about.
It's taking advantage of the options given to us.
Well, yeah, I think you should do that.
Yeah,
but like I don't like. I mean, like honestly, I don't have a problem with nepo babies, but I will point out when they're nepo babies. You know what I mean? Like,
well, no, I think
you should use all.
Everyone should want to be a nepo baby. You just don't get to choose.
Yeah, like I'd want to be a nepo baby. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I think everyone should be one. The world would be perfect then.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but it's about fulfillment as well. You can not enjoy something, but be fulfilled from doing it. Like, I'm fulfilled from going to the Attack on Titan movie, even though I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed parts of it.
Well, like, okay, well, there's this thing. Okay, like, there's this one instance. Okay, like, I don't like hiking. I don't go hiking. Well, like, we went to Oregon for my nephew's graduation. And he took us down the hard hiking route. I'm like, literally dying. You have to climb. It's not a hiking trail. You're like climbing. People are quitting halfway through. But like, it was easier to go up than to like quit halfway through and like climb down. You know, so and then like I didn't enjoy the view because to me the experience wasn't worth it. I didn't enjoy the view because like the experience sucked for me. The experience wasn't worth the view. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not worth
it. Top.
So you'd probably tell yourself that you'd rather just not climb it, but at least you did. See, okay, so I have the perfect response to you, Camcam, and this is gonna go back to earlier. You're gonna hate me for this.
Mm-hmm.
You doing that, now that you've done it, it's a conversation starter. See? There you go. That's
I haven't talked about it since... This is the first time I've talked about it. What year was that? I think it was like 2016, 2017.
Well, you know what? Retroactively, even if it's not worth it now, you're making it more worth it.
Yeah, no. And then, oh my god, my body hurts so bad afterwards. I couldn't even... Like, my feet were so swollen because, like, I wasn't wearing, like, proper footwear. I wasn't... Like, he's like, we'll take the easy route. He's like, no, we're gonna climb up the side of this friggin' mountain, okay? I don't know if it's an actual mountain, but anyways. Yeah, my feet were so swollen, like I couldn't even like fit my foot in my shoes. So me and Felicia just stayed in bed all day afterwards. It wasn't worth it. The experience wasn't worth it. The view, I'm sure, was very beautiful, but I couldn't see the view because I was too tired.
Wait, I'm confused.
0 out of 10.
Did you... So, wait. Did you see the view but just not enjoy it? Or did you just not see the view even though you climbed all the way to the top to see the view?
No. I could see it visually, but I could not enjoy it.
Well, okay,
you know what I mean?
Okay. You say could, and that still goes either way. Were you seeing it or not?
I think I looked around and said, okay, we're at the top. Okay, whatever, I'm over it.
Because, like, Camcam, If you got to the top and sat down and never looked at it, you could have seen the view, which is what I'm getting at. Or if you just did see the view, then again, that you could have seen the view. So either way, you either did or didn't, which is what that's getting at there.
No. I mean, like, spiritually, I couldn't see the view.
Oh, okay, but like I'm saying, like, physically, you did see the view. You just weren't able to enjoy it.
Yes, physically, because we got to the top.
Okay.
But I did not enjoy it.
Just making that
Spiritually,
yeah.
I did not see it.
That's
spiritually.
That makes it. Okay.
Everybody was like, "Wow, it's so beautiful," and I'm like, "Oh, what the fuck ever! I want to go back down and go to bed." Not a good time, bro.
But
I wanted to go pet some llamas that day, and I didn't get to pet any llamas.
See, okay, that's going back to the thing that I was saying earlier of the choice. Is that it was not worth it because you would have chosen a different experience. You would have dropped hiking if it was a series to go watch this other series of petting the llamas. But if you didn't have llamas to pet, and this was the only choice, only series in this case, then you would have at least wanted to have made it worth it if you'd already got through it to some extent.
No.
Otherwise, it's just a complete waste of time. Like, you might as well turn the time that you've invested into something valuable, even if you're not going to invest more time into it.
I didn't felt it was valuable. I'm probably still, it's been years and I'm probably still upset about it as a problem. I'm still upset about it. Okay? I'm still mad about it.
So what you're saying is you regret not enjoying the view.
I regret that I had to climb the fucking mountain with everybody.
Well, you didn't have to. You could have dropped
I felt
it.
okay. You know what? No, I had to. I felt pressured into it. Okay.
Oh god.
I'm just saying it was a terrible experience, 0 out of 10 experience. And then I was like, it's basically like I got a week off from work. It was just like it was a terrible experience. Okay, I got a week off from work, and then like the next day is basically wasted because like we're stuck in bed because we're tired.
See, but you're laughing. It's not all bad. It's not all bad. Because it's outrageous and ridiculous that happened to you, but at least you get to tell
and then
others
our
about
luggage
it now.
got lost too. So we didn't have any clean clothes for a couple days when we got there.
See, okay. At this point, it's almost... I mean this in the best way possible. It's almost comedic how bad this was for you. And so in a way, you can enjoy it from that perspective.
No.
Well, I should have.
You know what? I should have not taken that week off. I should have taken a different week off, okay? And then we wasted 2 days because the plane, they couldn't even take off. So then we basically wasted a day because we had to wait until the next day to leave.
Okay, but again, that goes back to a choice. You would have rather have had a different week, just generally considering what you would imagine to be a week off to be. This didn't meet your expectations, but that doesn't mean it was negative. It was still probably above 0, but if your expectation was at a 7, then it was like at a 2, then it did meet your expectations, but it was still better than nothing.
I mean, even like I can give like examples of like
Oh, like when you went to Hawaii, like with your brother, right?
You already know where I'm going. Yes, so Hawaii is a great example. Worst vacation ever, but like at the same time, the memory of making fun of it with my brother is hilarious, and like I can't say even though a lot of things from that job were objectively probably worse for me in a lot of ways. At the same time, I can't really say I regret it, considering how funny it is to make fun of it.
Exactly. I feel like that's part of it. It's your experience is also determined by you, not entirely the media. The media is only part of the experience. It's how you look at the experience or the media to make the experience your own. Because everyone has a different experience despite experiencing the same thing. Each of us have different views on Attack on Titan despite we watched objectively the same thing. And So it's for Kamui in this case. The reason he doesn't regret it is because he was able to take a bad experience and like look on the bright side of it to make it into a good experience.
Yeah, the same thing goes for like if I like some stuff I like to look at as just like a learning experience too. Like let's just say like a past relationship or something that was just objectively bad. I can look at and say, well, at the same time, it's good that it happened because there's different things I can take away from it for the future that I don't have to deal with it ever again, or I learned something new because of it. So, like in that sense, I'm looking at it as a positive experience, even though it's technically a bad one.
Yeah.
See, I don't see it as positive experiences. I see it as like, wow, that experience really sucked. This is what I've learned from it, and that is never happening again to me. I'm never putting myself in that situation ever again. God forbid.
I feel like that's, I don't want to say black and white way of looking, but I think you're looking at like total utility versus like comparative utility.
Maybe.
And that goes back to like the microeconomic stuff, but yeah.
I don't know, but I just see it as like, no, that was a terrible time, bro, and I'd rather have not gone through that. And yeah, no, thank you. Hard pass.
Yeah. Okay. So back to the AI.